Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Riley Dixon has the ball on the tee, ready to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
When we did DeMarcus Ware's games in Dallas, didn't we spend most of the time talking about him rushing the passer?
We did, and how about now?
Oh, boy, he's expanded his game in a big way. Really does a great job in the run game now.
And, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now it's into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And the slot man goes in motion left. After the interception, here's Gone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. But on that play, it was 0 space, no gain.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. And he's got room. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd down, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Manning now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now Tomlinson on the handoff. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Manning. He's going to rifle one deep left. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field, and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
From his goal line here, Goff. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. 3rd down here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to let this one go. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On the handoff, Tomlinson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Giants are in for 6. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message.
There he goes left side. And all the way down to the 5. And a huge play that time. 64 yards on the ground. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Back to throw. Goff. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Bell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now they went draw play there on 3rd down around the goal line. Something you normally like to see, Charles?
Oftentimes people are prepared for a pass in this situation, so the draw is a good call. But it's better when you usually have a lead blocker. If you don't have a fullback, you can use your H-back to pull in front. Sometimes you pull a guard to get out in front. Maybe it's your tight end. But they find a way to create a little bit of extra space. A bit of a surprise down near the goal line, but it was effective in this situation.
PAT to begin the drive. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Watson trying to get his guys moving. A first throw now for the backup Watson.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And he connects with Ertz. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Shift together here from the D-line. They run with LT. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And look out, I think he's going to go. He's at the 30. 10, touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Manning now on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That one goes for 24 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
On first down, Manning. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Pushing. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. This is fielded at the goal line. Spinning away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Third quarter starts with a run from LaDainian Tomlinson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. To throw is Watson. And he's got it. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts it.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Eli Manning taking it in. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Here's Tomlinson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Tomlinson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackles.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Time running out here on the play clock. This is Tomlinson. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Tomlinson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Play clock winding down. They toss it to Tomlinson. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Back now at FedEx Field. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now it's Tomlinson, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And Manning keeps it himself. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They come out here in the eye. 3rd and goal. Can the offense punch it in here from the 1? And they're not going to let him get this one off. We have a whistle and a timeout as they'll try to put him on ice a bit. And they still have 2 timeouts left. And Zerline's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Champ Bailey.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's going the other way. He's at the 40, past the 20, And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Watson now to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And the slot man goes in motion left. On third down, here's Bell. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air.
And the Giants on 1st and 10. Their offense ready to go. Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. And he'll take... this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And the play clock's running down. Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet near the 34-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run. Tomlinson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll try and run. Tomlinson. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This will be fielded at the 8. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Manning will take a knee, and that should be the final act in this one. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams
Larry Ridley here in our Orlando studios, getting you set for this edition of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Denver Broncos. The Giants enter this one knowing that this game could very well be won or lost down in the trenches. From an offensive perspective, they'll need to keep their quarterback upright to have a chance, and defensively, it's going to be about containing the running game. So with that, we'll send you up to the Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, as we hand it over to our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Now it's Sproles. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Darren Sproles, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23. Make it the 24-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
On second down, Anderson. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle.
And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. The former Bronco, Danny Trevathan, with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And the Giants ready to come out now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Going to give this time to the tailback. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro?
A welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL.
And now the offense getting ready on second down. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Barthema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. And now out come the Giants. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. You just saw another example of it there.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And now running right through it. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're So here comes the offense with a 3rd and goal situation. Third and goal from the 5. Maybe a little play action situation coming up. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep them out. Out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mike Glennon now and the rest of this offense heading back out. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
It's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make the play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. And on second down, the offense gets ready to rock. Now a handoff here to his running back. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But we stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And they give this time to the tailback. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Now Manning got to hurry him to the line here. They'll run for it. It's Tomlinson. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, on 4th and inches, you've got to be quick with your decision-making when you're running the football. You've got to find the hole and go. And he does a nice job here picking up the first down with a few yards to spare.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done.
Hello, everybody. Larry Ridley. Welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants. The Giants come into this challenge game knowing that they're in for a dogfight. And you can bet the coaching staff will be preaching all of the buzzwords: intensity, effort, execution. They'll need them all and more if they want to get out of here with a W.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
4 seconds, 3 seconds. They'll look to throw, and this is going to be caught. It's caught, and they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I'd given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Larry Ridley, and this is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On deck, we've got a great matchup in store between the New York Giants and the New York Giants. The Giants enter this one knowing that this game could very well be won or lost down in the trenches. From an offensive perspective, they'll need to keep their quarterback upright to have a chance, and defensively, it's going to be about containing the running game.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And this is complete. It's Marshall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast, but sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you, and maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Paul Perkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Oh, and now he bowls him over. New York set to take the field. And tough starting field position here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And he's got some space here. He's got room to run past the 20. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That good for 19 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 29. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his block.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Back to throw. Room here to run. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. One final try now for Manning. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime of the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play.
you